you said you've been working on things that you wanted to work on for a while. Give us the details. Take us into that little world that has come into existence over the past 2 months where you've worked on little things.
Well, I don't think I'm a very detailed person when I, say things about my batting. I'd like to keep it to myself most of the times. I think you know that well, that I wouldn't tell people that I'm working on these things or I'm working on that. But yeah, I think to be broader picture, as a batter, you don't get a lot of time to work on your basic technique, basic stuff. So I think my focus was more on that, and of course, trying to develop few shots. I wouldn't go to details and all that stuff. Maybe hopefully whenever we have the series next, and if I implement them, then I will be able to tell you more about it. But yeah, I think mostly it was to go back to Sangli, practicing with my childhood coach. Going back to same mind space of how do we get better, how do we now work on things which have not been falling in place in last 3-4 years, not only in last 1-2 months. I would say last 3-4 years, whatever mistakes have been happening as a batter. So yeah, those things I was putting in more focus in terms of batting, in terms of those basic stuff which I did. So yeah, really happy and enjoyed doing and batting for hours. I think that's what had made me fall in love with cricket. But yeah, when you're on tour and all, it's different things. But yeah, going back and batting without anything in mind is amazing.
And you said that these are not things that are focused on how your career has panned out in the past couple of months, in the past 3-4 months, so to speak, since the start of 2023, but in the past 3-4 years. But the past 3-4 years have also been quite important and significant in the way you've gone about picking up awards, rewards, 2 ICC Player, Women's Cricketer of the Year award, the Arjuna Award. But then you say, maybe you were not happy with how things were going with your batting?
I think it was mostly post-COVID period. Of course, we had a good amount of break during the COVID time. I think the whole world had that. And I think post that, once the series and the tour started, it was a never-ending place, and which is very good, which I'm really happy. I'll do that any day. But yeah, I think in those 2-3 years post-COVID, I think since I'm not sure what, I think it's 1.5 years to be precise. I'm not sure what that year span was. But yeah, I think it was more to do in that 2 years where I felt where I could see my batting and me as a batter. So yeah, I think few mistakes which I had to figure out what I'm going wrong, and then some long-term mistakes which I've been doing from under 19 days. so yeah, a lot of not only last 1.5 year mistakes, but yeah, it's as cricketers, I think we have to keep growing. Be it sometimes it's adding few shots, sometimes it's mentally, sometimes it's about physical strength. So yeah, I think it was all sitting down in a room and just chalking out plans of what I can do better, what I can go better, then discussing it with my coach, sending him the plans out. So yeah, those things. So it was. I don't know if it was more of 4 years, but it was. I think in my mind it was last 1.5-2 years. What I felt I did good, not only bad also. What I felt I did good, what I can get better, and what I did bad. So
the long-term weaknesses or errors that you spoke of, you would want to shed some light on there?
Well, as I said, I think I'm not a pretty detailed person that I'll touch upon all those things but yeah, of course, getting out in 70s and 80s have been a long-term problem now. And yeah, a lot of people you all know about it, you all actually criticize me for that, which is good, which is a good thing also for me to also learn and improve. But yeah, I think I've been trying to work on that for sure. So let's see. That's what I said. It's just I have to see what happens in next 1 year, which is going to be very important for women's cricket. I think next 2 to 3 years. So yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see how it unfolds. What I've worked on. Definitely in last 4-5 years, I've changed my one-day game a lot in terms of how I started as an under 19 kid, trying to go bang bang and just wanting to play the way I wanted. I think everyone starts like that, and then the responsibility is different as you I think, come to a mark where you're 3-4 years old in international cricket, and then you change the way you bat. See off the new ball if it's needed. If it's needed, score 45 in the first 10 overs. So like depends on what is the situation. So that way, I don't think that has been an obstacle for me now. I think last 3-4 years. Initially, yeah, definitely I was very adamant of playing in a certain way. I just wanted to play like that. I wanted to look like, okay, every ball is a boundary, or I'm timing every ball. But yeah, now I realized that, I think post 2017, I think in 2018, I realized fine that if you don't look good on a day, it's about what the team really wants and not what I want to play in a certain way. So yeah, I think I'm still figuring out actually. It's like, I know I've worked on it for last 2 months. So initially I felt maybe I'm getting tired on 70s or 80s. It's something to do with fitness. I've worked hard on that as well. Then I thought it's something to do with me being, sometimes I feel it's more, I don't know if it's weird to say, not camera, no one will actually say, I think I just become a little too casual about stuff. That how I am in the first 40-50s, that okay, I want to do this for team. Once I see team is in a good position, I kind of be like, okay, now I can do like, I can go out and play. I wouldn't say I get out to stupid shots also. I get out to half shots. No, I would be really happy if I try and hit a 6 and I get out on a boundary line, which I don't hardly do. I get out to shots which are like
Cute shots.
Cute shots. I don't know, like so, which is weird actually, because in my head I want to play long for my team. That is why I'm getting out on cute shots. If I'm wanting to play the way I wanted to, I would have got out, caught on the boundary line or stumped, like trying to step out or doing all sort of that things. But I don't. So yeah, maybe it's 2 ways to go about it. Just play the way you played in the first 10 overs. Just, play the ball. If it's a boundary ball, you just play. Don't like try and play in a certain way or play long. Maybe that's one way to look at it. Or the second way is just being very adamant on anchoring the innings till 45th over on 48th over. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We have one day cricket, I think now again this year. We didn't have it a lot in last 1 year. So let's see how. We'll have to see which one works better. But yeah, I think it's more to do with me seeing the team in a good position. Because initially you go and you say, okay, I have to bat. I want to do, I have to bat for the team. I have to make sure that this new ball is a little older for the other batters. All those things in mind. So you're in different focus. Once I see, oh, they are 100 for 2, then is where, that I'm not getting the word. It's like, that creeps in where I'm like, okay, now I can.
Complacency.
Yeah, complacency. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's the word. So that creeps in. So I have to maybe. So I think post the WPL, I think I'll value the starts and reaching a place where I'm set a little more, because in last 4-5 years it never happened that I was trying to get one. So maybe now that it's happened, now I think I should value it more, and the complacency would be a little better.
You are an ambitious person who wants to create something good for herself and for her team. So with the 2025 ODI World Cup being in India, and you're talking ODI cricket, is that some kind of a goal you're setting for yourself?
Well, I definitely believe a lot in goal settings, but definitely that's a pretty long-term goal. 1.5 years is still a long way. We have, I think, T20 World Cup before that next year, and a lot of more series which are very important. 2 test matches this year, which is going to be massive for women's cricket. I think playing at home, a test match is, I think, post 2016. Yeah, I think we played one against South Africa. So I think it's more than 7-8 years. So yeah, I think definitely it's there, but I wouldn't say that I'm thinking from now that, okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. So, and I've never been that person that I'll put that unnecessary stuff on my own self, that this is what I have to be, or this is what I have to do. But I do believe in short-term goals, like tomorrow I need to do this. This is my tomorrow's goal. So I have to do this in next week and maybe in this month. So it's not mostly cricket-specific goals I have, which are like, okay, I have to score this many runs, or I have to make sure that I don't get out on 70s, 80s. So these are not like part of my goal setting. It's like it's there in my head, but my major goals are that I have to bat in this certain way, I have to feel in this certain way, or I have to be physically as fit as I feel like, in this certain way. So those are major goals of mine. But if I could iron out in next 1.5 years before the World Cup, it would be great. But yeah, as I said, I think let's see. I think last 2 months we all have got time to work on ourselves. So let's see how we again assemble as a team before the Bangladesh series and see where we all are at, and then take series by series.
You became the richest or the most valued in a very tangible sense, in a very fiscal monetary sense. You became the most valued women's cricketer on this planet, 3.4 crores, and you had the most antithetical start to the campaign at WPL as Royal Challengers Bangalore captain. How do you look back on that whirlwind of a couple of weeks that were, the WPL in March, Smriti?
Well, firstly, the price tag and all, really, it's not there in, like, I won't think that, I am the most, whatever you said, which is, I don't think any auction can really term any player good enough or bad enough or whatever. So
but that's not the biggest payday you've had in life, because a lot of people went about saying 3.4 crores is a big deal, but it might not be that big a deal for Smriti Mandhana, who's signing Nike deals and whatnot. So is that the biggest paycheck you've gotten on a single day?
On a single day, yeah, definitely. But of course, I wouldn't on camera. I'll speak about financial stuff. I'm not that person. it'll be weird. Yeah, of course, people did ask me that, what are you going to do of those 3.4 crores, and my mind went it's not like the first time I'm going to earn in a year 3.4 crores or something. So it's not like I'm going to be now what I'm going to do, I have so much money. So that was little weird questions when that was asked. But see, I don't think many people know what and how the things work behind the scenes, and not that we are really vocal about what are we earning or what and I'm really happy that it's not said, because I feel really shy about it. It's good to be kept in our own head, or in people who know us. Yeah, so yeah, that question definitely was of course, so for people who didn't know, definitely asked me, now it's but from the other part, definitely there were 4-5 of us in the Indian cricket team, also the cricket team who've got contracts and all with the BCCI. We had still, a lot more of these things. We didn't feel okay, wow. Of course, few of them still had. But I was extremely happy for all the domestic girls who got that. Not that I wasn't happy for my own self, but of course I was more happy that these many girls are actually going to get that kind of paycheck, which are going to give them much more stability. But yeah, as you said, I think that question did sound a little funny to me, and I tried to be a little what do you say, I tried to tell them yeah, whatever is there, but one interview maybe I cracked up it's not because I was asked for that. I think post-auction, I think for continuous 15 days, I was asked the same question. After that 10th interview, I just felt yeah, sometimes becoming crorepati overnight is a different thing. Of course, it's a gradual thing. We started off playing at a certain contract, then we went on to win the 2017 World Cup. Maybe this question would have asked in 2017 World Cup, we would have been okay, wow, we don't know what to do. But I think women's cricket had come a long way. But yeah, of course, WPL auction was a different thing altogether for whole women cricket, not only for Indians. So yeah, but yeah, it did crack me up a little.